I have my Ironman 70.3 in 3 months, but I've just not been getting enough time in the saddle for my cycling to really improve as much as I would like to. So I thought, okay, how can I get 3 months of really intense, consistent cycling? An indoor smart trainer was the obvious solution. So as most people do, when looking for a smart trainer, I searched on YouTube, what is the best smart trainer? And the newly released JetBlack Victory kept coming up with videos titled High End at a Budget Price and Unrivaled on Price, Features and Performance, with DC Rainmaker going one step further and writing in their review, I'd struggle to see why you'd spend money on anything else. We haven't seen this big of a slam dunk in a long time in the sports technology realm. Now, that's a pretty bold statement. So I got hold of a JetBlack Victory myself to test if this smart trainer really is worth the hype. So firstly, a shout out to Tony and Lee at JetBlack that sorted me out with this JetBlack Victory and some accessories that go with it. This is a new YouTube channel. It's a very small YouTube channel. I'm not making any money on it. In fact, I'm making quite a loss. So the fact that JetBlack are supporting small creators like me so that I can continue creating content like this for you guys, I really do appreciate it, because getting into cycling, as you probably already know, can be really very expensive. So I'm coming from the perspective of a new cyclist. This is my first smart trainer, and honestly, I was a little bit intimidated at first. Getting into indoor cycling just seems complicated. There are so many things. There's a trainer, a mat, a fan, a heart rate monitor, Zwift, and then I have to take my rear wheel off, connect it to the trainer, then somehow connect my trainer to my TV, and then download Zwift. There are a lot of steps, but I probably shouldn't have been as intimidated as I was, because it was a lot easier getting into indoor training than I thought. And oh my goodness, so much fun, so realistic. When cycling outdoors, I'm constantly trying to not get run over, having to stop for traffic lights. During the day, it's often too hot to cycle, or sometimes it's raining. But with indoor cycling, it's like I can get a 2-hour workout in non-stop, no interruptions. Super worth it. And because of the trainer, I'm a lot more prepared for my upcoming Ironman 70.3. So I'm not going to read through the list of specifications. You can read that on the website. I want to go through what the JetBlack Victory is actually like to live with and ride on every day, as I've been using this trainer for I think around 5 or 6 weeks now. When it arrived in the post, 2 things I noticed straight away with the packaging. Number 1, all the packaging was made from fully sustainable materials, which is always nice to see. And number 2, it opens up like a pizza box, which made it very easy to lift out, as opposed to a box that opened vertically and then you'd have to pull the trainer up and out of the box. So straight away I can see JetBlack have really thought about the smallest details. I'm not very good at fixing things with my hands. I can just about change a light bulb and that is about it. But JetBlack have some very short instructional videos on their YouTube channel that even I could follow along with. I think it took me less than 15 or 20 minutes going from emptying the box to putting the whole trainer together, including taking the wheel off, which was easier and quicker than I thought it would be. I've not played a game console for years, PC games, PlayStations, Xbox, any of those. One reason is because of the opportunity cost. I just feel it's a bit of a waste of time for me personally, but downloading Zwift, I got that same excitement like when I was young and I would get a new PlayStation game for Christmas. I've just got changed into my bike gear. We've got a beautiful sunset out here. However, we are not going to be riding out there. We're going to be riding on the trainer for the very first time and also trying out Zwift for the very first time. I'll put the camera here and let's see how this goes. My very first smart trainer experience. The Victory stands out as one of the first Zwift-ready trainers on the market. It arrives with the Zwift cog pre-installed and includes Zwift click controller shifters, including virtual shifting capabilities straight out of the box. It is impressive how seamlessly it integrates with Zwift while remaining compatible with other training apps by simply swapping out the Zwift cog for your preferred cassettes. Performance-wise, the Victory delivers exceptional power accuracy and responsive resistance changes. The virtual shifting feels so realistic and tactile and smooth. The first time using the Victory Trainer and Zwift, it was genuinely really fun. This fan actually helps so much. I didn't realise how much it would help. It helps in two ways. Firstly, obviously cooling me down, but secondly, it feels like the air is flowing over your body like what would be happening if you was actually cycling outside. So it gives it that slightly more immersive feel. Oh, it is quite difficult. I'm riding relatively fast, but there's people just passing me all of the time. I don't know how they're riding that fast. See if I can draft this guy. Going uphill on Zwift, somehow they've almost perfectly replicated it. Like going uphill here, it's almost exactly like going uphill on a bike out on the road. I don't know how they managed to do that. Hey, first ride finished. Task completed. I'll talk about this a little bit later on, but all the trainer and the accessories I'm using all complement each other to make riding indoors, for me at least, extremely realistic. For example, the fan simulates the airflow you'd feel riding outdoors, while the smart turn block allows subtle front wheel movements rather than keeping it completely static. And when Zwift shows an uphill section, the trainer automatically increases resistance just like climbing a real hill. And I'm obviously someone new to indoor training. I'm impressed by how seamlessly the software and hardware integrate to replicate outdoor cycling so convincingly. I just finished my first ride. 3 things. That was more fun than I thought it would be, more realistic than I thought it would be, and harder than I thought it would be. One thing I was concerned about was the noise. So I live in a relatively small apartment. I don't want to annoy my neighbors with a droning vibration noise for hours every day. I don't want to be that guy. One of my biggest surprises is how quiet the JetBlack Victory is. The only noise you can hear is the bike's drivetrain, and then the tiniest humming noise from the trainer itself. But just for context, when I have my Zwift playing on the TV, Zwift itself is significantly louder than the bike and the trainer. So I'm going through my first 5 challenges now. So I've just done my first ever ride, which was the welcome ride. I've just visited the garage. Now, your first workout. So I guess I'm going to be doing my first workout now. So I want to talk a bit about the accessories, because like I said earlier, the accessories complement each other so well to make the whole indoor riding experience so much better. So first you've got the smart turn block, and this is probably my favorite accessory. The smart turn block elevates and stabilizes your front wheel, creating a level riding position and enabling natural steering movements while using Zwift. Without that accessory, the elevated rear wheel on a trainer causes you to slide forward on the saddle, sometimes creating uncomfortable pressure on the pelvis and lower back. So essentially the smart turn block corrects this imbalance and allows handlebar movement, reduces upper body stiffness during long training sessions, and essentially helps prevent injury in the long run. It also, and this surprised me, makes navigation in Zwift more intuitive and efficient, eliminating the need to interrupt your workout by using a remote control to change direction in the virtual environment. So if you turn the handlebars left, then the turn block will turn left, and same with right. The JetBlack Trainer Fan creates an airflow pattern from below your body, which is particularly useful for indoor cycling workout. So whereas a normal fan would just kind of push air in a wide area, the trainer fan pushes air vertically, so it cools your head down to your legs. So one practical feature is the included remote control, which allows you to turn the fan on and adjust its speed while remaining on your bike. This is more helpful than you might imagine, because it means obviously you don't need to dismount every time you want to change the fan speed. The fan offers 4 different speed settings to essentially match your workouts, and this is of course beneficial during more intense training intervals when body temperature rises significantly. Beyond comfort though, proper cooling I think serves 2 important functions. So firstly, obviously it can help maintain performance during longer or more intense sessions, but secondly, it does help protect your training equipment because of course sweat can be corrosive to metal components or indoor trainers, potentially causing rust if not regularly cleaned. Reducing sweat accumulation through adequate airflow can help preserve your equipment. The trainer tray. So I've been trying out the Victory Trainer for the last 4 or 5 weeks, and you might have noticed at the beginning of this video, I didn't have a trainer tray installed, so I had to reach over to the desk on the right side of me, which is over there, to grab the TV remote or phone. So I got the JetBlack Trainer tray, which essentially attaches to your existing Garmin, or if you've got a Wahoo mount on your handlebars, providing convenient access to devices and remotes. So this is normally what I put on my tray when riding. I've got my Apple AirPods, I've got my JetBlack fan remote, which is right there, I can turn it on and off. I've got my Apple TV remote, and I've got my phone. Usually it has Spotify on it because I have my speakers there. So if I want to play music, then I can do very easily. What's nice about this setup is that before I had the tray, I had to reach all the way over here to get my phone and my remote, which is number one, awkward. Number two, probably slightly dangerous because I'm rocking right the way to the side. So this tray just makes the whole kind of user experience so much better. It has a non-slip surface which helps keep items secure even during high intense workouts, and this of course eliminates the need to reach for remotes on nearby furniture or searching through pockets while riding. It's a really small thing, it's just a tray on front of your trainer, but in my opinion, definitely worth it. I have an Apple Watch to measure my heart rate monitor, but it's just not the most accurate. The JetBlack heart rate monitor is far more accurate. It comes with a very soft elastic strap that's quite comfortable during longer training sessions. One feature I appreciate is the small green LED light that flashes upon connection, giving you a quick battery status check. And for maintenance, I recommend hand washing the elastic strap and drying it away from direct sunlight to extend the life of the electrodes. It's also good practice to disconnect the monitor from the strap, which you can do like that with just some buttons to preserve the battery life. A practical detail worth mentioning is that the battery is replaceable, which extends the overall lifespan of the devices. But overall, the JetBlack heart rate monitor provides essentially very reliable heart rate tracking for indoor cycling enthusiasts looking for accurate performance data, a lot more accurate than the Apple Watch. I know that JetBlack are working hard in order to get all of their accessories in stock on their website, but if you do check out their website for any of these accessories that I talked about in this video and it says out of stock, they also sell the accessories on the Zwift website as well. So you can see it's out of stock here, but if you go to the Zwift website, you can add to cart just as you normally would. And they have some other accessories as well. For example, the JetBlack Trainer table, which I didn't feature in this video because I don't have it, the trainer tray and the heart rate monitor as well. So do check out the Zwift website if there's anything out of stock on the JetBlack website. Overall, I'm genuinely impressed with the JetBlack Victory Smart Trainer. One of JetBlack's core goals within their company is to make indoor cycling more accessible to the masses. And that's something that I can totally get on board with because I've spent thousands of dollars over the last few months getting into cycling, and the last thing I wanted to do was spend thousands more for my indoor cycling setup. And finally, you don't have to spend upwards of $1,000 for a really good indoor trainer, as you can now pick up a JetBlack Victory for $400. I'll drop a link to the JetBlack Victory in the description below. So to answer the title of this video, is it worth the hype? Absolutely it is. The single biggest thing for me though, I have my Ironman in 3 months and the trainer will help me train non-stop, no interruptions from traffic lights or rainy weather, so I really have no excuse. And if you want to follow me on my Iron preparation journey, you can check out this playlist here for all of my Ironman training videos back to back, or for a review of my Trek Domani, which you can kind of see behind here, and all 32 accessories, you can click on this card right here.